Good evening, everyone. I hope you all can hear me clearly. So many people are joining from a different region of the world, from Bangladesh, India. Uh, just for a quick check, if you can all hear me clearly, just give me a thumbs up. Uh, Give me a thumbs up if you can all hear me clearly. Uh, Great, nice. So, a very warm welcome in today's session. This exclusive webinar on strategic project delivery using the PRINCE2 framework, and that is hosted by PMaspire Global Group. My name is Asif Yasin Kabir. I'm currently working as Assistant Vice President and the Unit Head of the Global Training Division of PMaspire Group, and I will be hosting today's session. And we are very much delighted to have participants from around the world, from Bangladesh, from India, from Pakistan, and from different industries too. And since it is taking some time for participants to join from different region, and so meanwhile, let's take some time to get introduced to each other. Please type your name, your occupation, and the place you are joining from in the chat box. So we will take just 1 minute to know each other. Uh, right? Nice. We will just take another minute. So right, I've already seen one text in the chat box. So I'm expecting text from everyone. Um, let's make it a bit interactive so that we can all enjoy the sessions clearly. Welcome. Someone joins from Homera Petroleum. Great. So before we start, let's make some a few ground rules for having a smooth webinar. Uh, at first, I would like to request to everyone to turn on your camera so that we can see each other, and it will help us to make the session more lively. And also, I would like to request to everyone to mute yourself while having the discussion. And we will have a like question answer session at the end of this webinar. So meanwhile, if you have any question to ask, please use the chat box. And also, this is a like a very exciting announcement for everyone that we will have a quiz session at the end of the session, and the winner will get an exciting prize from PMaspire Global. So please be attentive so that you can answer the questions and get the exciting prize from us. So just for giving you a brief about the webinar. So we will have this introduction session now. So after that, we will have the keynote session for about 30 minutes. And then we will have that question answer time so that there you can ask your questions or inquiries. And then we will have that exciting quiz games, the hit Kahoot games, and then we will have a closing and some announcement, exciting announcement from us. And just before going to start our main session, uh, let me introduce our company. So PMaspire Global Group, as you all know, that it's a multinational ecosystem that is focusing on project management, PMO, and sales leadership. And we have like three organizations under this group. One is PMaspire, one is PMO Global Institute, and another is Sales Management Institute. And together, like we deliver world-class programs, learning programs, global certifications, and the enterprise learning management solutions. And till today, we have served more than like 130,000 clients around the globe. We have like 120 plus partners, and we have been operating in 6 different regions apart from Bangladesh. Um, so yes, I have already told you that we will have a exciting quiz session at the end of the webinar. So please be stay. Uh, so I will not take much time. So let me introduce our today's guest speaker of this webinar. That is Maharudrapa Walishatar. So Maha is already here. So Maha is a Prince2 practitioner, and he has a extensive expertise in project management. So we are very much delighted to have Maha here, and he will share his experience. He will share some of the tips, some of the tricks, and some of the like insights of Prince2. So without further ado, so I would like to introduce Maha, and let's have a round of applause to invite Maha. And so let's have a round of applause. So you can use your virtual claps. Yeah, thank you. Great. So, Maha, floor is all yours.
Yeah, thank you, Asif. Let me share my screen. Yeah, hope my screen is visible.
Yes, Maha.
Okay. So the good evening, everyone. So the welcome everyone to our session today on a strategic project delivery using the Prince2 framework. So I'm very much thrilled, to be leading this webinar and which is supported by the PMaspire and People Cert. So the over next 1 hour, we will be take I think the deep dive into Prince2, which is provide a structured and strategic approach to ensure your project consistently deliver the value and the meet the organizational objective. Okay, so we are just unlocking the battle, which is completely tested, and I can say the globally trusted by the project management framework, the which is used by the government bodies, Fortune 400 companies, and I can say the high performance teams across the world. So if you are ever struggled with your project, and unclear requirements are shifting the priorities are the delivery challenges, the Prince2 is the answer. Okay, today I'm not going to show you exactly how to deliver a project with a clarity, control, and I can say the strategic alignment. That is what we have as a Prince2 way. And today's webinar is just not about Prince2. Okay, it's about transforming the way you think, the way you plan, and the way you lead the project. So the Prince2, it's not just about the theory, and I would say it's not just a paperwork. It's a real world, I can say the delivering engine. Okay, the built on principles that keep project alive, which is aligned, and which make your project on track. So no matter what the complexity is. So by the end of this session, you will not only understand the Prince2, you will see how it can be completely reshape your project outcome. Okay, coming to my intro, yes, I am Haridrapa, and I'm a Prince7 practitioner. with extensively experience in structure delivery and the project governance. I would say my background entirely includes managing the complex programs across the diverse domain, like the FMCG, banking. I would say the healthcare, even cybersecurity. Okay, so my entire experience is lies in critical, basically areas such as product based planning, robust project controls, and risk and issue management. I can say the and implementing the effective stage boundary control, which I'm going to explain. What is the stage boundary? It's a part of Prince2, which is extremely important. And I combine basically the core Prince2 practical application and simplifying the governance frameworks and enabling the my learners to master business justification, and I can say the tailored governance. Okay, I'm also certified by almost around 15 plus globally certifications, like PMP, PGMP, PMI, ACP, CSM, ACSM, PSM, Prince2, Safe Visualize, CPO, PM, ITIL, and Lean Six Sigma Green Belt. I think I'm done with all the certifications which are there in the market. Yeah, that's about me. Then yeah, okay. Now we are getting into our core idea, like what is Prince2? Okay, you just see the definition here. Definition we have here is a structured method for managing the project that is flexible, adaptable, and tailorable, and it can be applied to any project, regardless of the purpose, scale, type, organization, geography, culture. What that means is, let's look at why organization choose Prince2, right? Because it offers several critical benefits and features. Okay, it is universal in nature. It is more flexible in nature, meaning it can be tailored to suit any type or size of the project. Okay, it is proven method and offering a common language, I would say, the concepts across the organization. So what that means, we have different types of project management methodologies in the market. Like we have waterfall, we have agile, we have I can say the hybrid, right? Under agile is the umbrella term, and that again we have a different framework. It may be a scrum, it may be a kanban, it may be a scrum up scrum, or it may be a scaled agile framework, or it may be a extreme programming, right? So we have so many different the project management methodologies. So the everyone nowadays try to try to use the hybrid approach, try to mix the what we have in waterfall and what we have in agile. So what I mean to say is Prince2 is that flexible, adaptable, and you can tailor based on your project requirements. Whatever the project, whatever the type of project, it may be a agile project or it may be a the construction project. Okay, you can use this framework and tailor this the framework based on your requirement. So what I say is it offer common languages, it offers the concepts which across the organization, and it help the your organization to improve its maturity, like I can say the organizational maturity. So by standardizing all these project practices, the it can stand away, I can say, and it is outcome focused. So what do you mean by outcome focused? It's not just delivering the output, we are focusing achieving the planned benefit. So what it means, like as you can see, we have a PMBOK also, right? It's not just about delivering the output. In PMP it's more focused on the output based, right? Here Prince2 is the only framework which is outcome focused. So what that means, you may be a project manager, you start delivering a project, like it may be application, it may be a software, right? It may be a construction project. It's not just delivering the project, right? It's all about, the getting the benefit out of it. The benefit realization, which is extremely important term you use in project management. If you go any interview, any examination, this word must be there. We have to realize the benefit out of, every single project, what we're going to execute it, else it's of no use. Like as an organization, I'm going to think like the 5 years down the line, where my organization will be, right? So as a person, I think the 5 years down the line, the where my career is, like 5 years down the line, in the sense, like for organization, every project is a stepping stone. You're getting the point. For every organization, these projects are a stepping stone. So what they're going to do here is they're going to try to realize the benefit out of it, and they're going to select those projects which add a maximum value to their project. So Prince2 is that framework. It can be flexible, adaptable, tailorable. Yes. The next we have is Prince2 and PMP. The many people is going to ask me, Maha, should I do go with PMP or Prince2? So I would say let's go with both because it's a complementary approach, right? So PMBOK Guide and the Prince2 together, you gain an advantage of two most respected the project management approaches in the world today. Okay, truly getting the best of both. If you ask me what are the difference between these two, like you can say the version of the version of the Prince2 is UK and version of the PMP PMBOK it's basically from USA. The Prince2 is more governance and controlled focused, right? The PMP is more on process and performance. If you use the PMP mock guide, we have 49 process knowledge areas, 5 process group. Together we have around 49 processes over there. So the PMP is more focused on process and performance, where the Prince2 is focused on governance and control. Getting the point? So here in Prince2, we have an approach called methodology. It's all about a methodology. The PMP is, it's a framework. Basically, it's a knowledge area. We have a ton of knowledge areas. You can customize the based on your requirement and get it done. So both are, the highly tailorable, and Prince2 is focused on what to do. You're getting the point. Prince2 is always focuses on what to do. The PMP is always focuses on how to do it. Getting the point? So the Prince2, the focus is on what to do, where PMP is focused on how to do it, right? So anybody can do both the certifications. Okay, the entry to mid-level, anybody can do the certification. For PMP, we have 3-year experience, but Prince2, okay, anybody can do it. And coming to the Prince2, here there's a strong documentation, rules, and there's a lot of templates are there. Definitely, the person who going to attend my training, I'm going to give you tons of templates. Okay, you will never get in Google or anywhere in the world. Like, okay, these are all my personal templates which I used in my project. So you're going to get every single template. So the Prince2 is completely concentrate on documentation, rules, and templates. With the PMP, which is emphasize on skills and analytical tool. If you in PM if you see the PMBOK, it basically in every process we have input, tools and techniques, output. Input, tools and techniques, output. We have around I can say if you see around 108 the tools and techniques we have in the PMBOK. Okay, getting the point. So this is the one thing I just wanted to highlight as per the slide. So you can go with both, right? So the next thing we have here is the features and benefit of Prince2, right? Which is already I explained, which is a proven, which is universal in nature, which is very flexible in nature, right? It's common language and concepts. It's more outcome focused and increase the organizational maturity, I would say. And it's a sort of integrated, the suite of method. And this slide I already explained. So the benefit of Prince2 for an individual, okay, this is extremely important, and I think you people are looking for, right? Why we need Prince2, why I should do a Prince2, okay, as an individual. For you, the project professional, adopting a Prince2 brings a personal value, right? You gain a globally recognized certification, which immediately improves your career perspective and standing within your organization. Like I can say, there is a lot of difference between the person who without a certification, there is a person who do a certification. Because getting this certification is not just a cup of tea, right? You have to study a lot, you have to put a lot of hours to understand these frameworks and principles and practices. So right, so definitely it improve your career perspective if you do this certification. And more importantly, more than a certification, I would say you gain a structured knowledge, which is necessary to effectively manage a project. Okay, you learn how to structure a project. Okay, how clearly, you, for example, tomorrow in any organization, if somebody come to me and ask, hey, Maha, like, we got tons of project and please take this project and, execute it. So if I understand my role as a project manager clearly, right, I know precisely how to start and how to manage the steps, and I can how to close the project. Okay, these are all to learn, and also you're going to learn, I can say the lot of common project management terminologies. Okay, so this is what you're going to gain from this certification, I would say. Next, what makes a good project? Yeah, this is very important. What defines a good project? Do you think good project is the one that on time and budget? That era is gone. Like you're getting the point, that era is completely gone. See, of course, I agree that, we say that it's a good project if you execute that project in a desired time and budget. However, successful delivery goes beyond that iron triangle. We have a nice project management triangle, right, where we have the scope, which is completely variable in waterfall, and time and cost, the scope is fixed and time and cost is variable in waterfall. If you take an agile, at the same iron triangle is going to be inverted, where the scope is going to be the variable and time and cost is fixed. We have a sprint over there, right? Getting the point. So it goes beyond that iron triangle. So a truly good project is one which meets the objectives, which meets the needs of the customer, which it delivers the value and benefit. It must be well managed, well planned, and I can say ensure you have engaged the stakeholder. That is extremely important, because engaging stakeholder is damn important in agile projects, because I know, like I mainly work on agile projects. So when we go for a the review, sprint review, definitely they're gonna ask it, what you are doing here, like what we ask for and what you are giving me, right? So these all things will happen if we not really understand, not engage the stakeholder from the beginning. Getting their feedback is extremely important. So this is going to lead to the next slide, which is extremely important: project management. This leads us to the project management itself. What is project management? Project management is defined as application of methods, tools, techniques, and competencies to achieve a project objective, right? It involve core competencies for, right? You can see the core competencies. What we have is planning, controlling, delegating, monitoring, and motivating. These are the core activities what we have in Prince2. So the Prince2 provides essential governance, I can say the framework for applying these competencies successfully. Getting the point? So the next we have is course model. What I'm going to cover in actual training is, like, before we diving into the methodology, here is a quick overview of the comprehensive topic which I'm going to cover in the full Prince2 course. For example, we have people here, we have organizing is there. Then we have what we have, then we have the core practices like business case. Business case is extremely important. No project is going to start without a business case, right? Plans are extremely important. I get the project. I'm going to divide that project into a small manageable components. We call them as WBS. I may, establish the dependencies. I assign the resources, right? Right. So later I baseline it and I'm start tracking it. I'm going to get the cost variance, schedule variance, my S curve. So these are all a part of plan, which I'm going to explain you in my, actual training. So the plan is extremely important in, whichever project I execute. In every project, I give a lot of importance to the plans. Okay. Planning is the best thing, you can do it. Once the plan is set, everything is set. So the next we take, the concentrate on quality, then risk, issue, and progress, right? We then study the process of managing the entire project life cycle from starting of to, then we go for a managing product delivery, then we go for a closing a project, right? Right. So these are all part of this particular thing we're going to discuss. And the next thing we have here is aspects of project performance. So this is extremely important, right? When managing a project, we are constantly juggling the key tolerances. Getting the point? Key tolerance in the sense, what are the key performance that we have in the key performance we have in agile project, like maybe a velocity, the sprint cost, commitment, reliability. I can see the capacity utilization, burn down chat, burn up chat, scope change. What is it? The defect rejection rate, backlog health, the sprint goal success rate. Okay. When we go for the market, time to go market, what is the cycle time, lead time, throughput, work in progress, response time? Oh my God, we have a lot of KPIs in Agile. If you come to the waterfall, we have a cost variance, schedule variance, cost performance index, schedule performance index, right? So we have a n number of, I can say, the KPIs, the which understand, which help us to understand the performance of the project, right? So these are the aspects of the project performance. Okay, these are cost, like major, we are highlighted here. One is cost, right? Time, quality, scope, risk, benefit, sustainability. These are all a part of Prince2, which we're going to discuss. So the successful, I can say the project management means keeping these 7 performance aspects within acceptable bounds, right? Usually depends by the project board. I can say the steering committee. Those are the ones who are going to, define these performance. So the next thing we have is 5 integrated elements. Yes, extremely important. The core of Prince2 structure, right? The Prince2 is built around the 5 integrated elements. One is principles. Second is going to be the practices, processes, people, and project context. These elements are interrelated and they're extremely necessary for a successful project delivery. Getting the point? Here, if you go to the next slide, the people element. Okay, if I go to the next slide, the people element is which is encompasses, I would say, those working on the project and those affected by the project. Those are nothing but the stakeholders, who we call it as the stakeholders. Anybody who involved in the stakeholders, they may be internal, they may be external. Anybody who involved in the project, we call them as the stakeholders. Getting the point? So then the people here are at the center, right? And focus on leading the successful change, leading the successful team, and leading the successful communication. So that they're going to do it, and then we have Prince2 principles. Okay, Prince2 principles are the mandatory guiding requirement for Prince2 projects. They include ensure continued business justification. As I said, business justification is required, and we have to learn from our experience. That is very important. Then we have to define a proper roles, responsibilities, and we have to define the proper relationship. Okay, we have to manage by stages, the manage by exceptions. That is one more thing, right? So and we have to focus on the product, right? And we have to tailor our project to tailor this entire framework to suit our projects. So these are all a part of the principle. So here the concept of continuous business justification is extremely crucial. If the project is no longer justified, it should be stopped. Getting the point? Right. Then we have practices. Um, Previously, in previous, we call them as a themes. Now we call them as the practices. Provides a specific guidance. These are the core practices shown here in the business case, which ensure the project remain, I can say, strategically aligned. Right? These are already, as I discussed, business cases there. Then we go for organizing, plan we do quality. Then we have a lot of template to track risk, whether risk is an opportunity, it is a threat, right? Then we have issues and how we calculate the progress. So everything, we have a number of templates we're going to provide in our actual training, and we're going to help you to understand. Okay, so the next thing we have is the Prince2 processes. Yeah, this is extremely important, I can say. Let's deep dive into this process model. Prince2, you know, employee it's basically a process-based approach for a project management. Like, we're going to divide this entire project governance into 3 levels, right? One is directing, and there is managing, and there is going to delivering. Sorry. Somebody please mute yourself.
Already muted. Maha, please carry on.
Okay. Yeah. The Prince2 journey maps the project life cycle across multiple stages. The project start with the pre-project, then phase, then we followed by the mandatory initial stage, then we have a subsequent stage, then we have the final stage. Right? So in a free project, we're going to start the project. An initial stage, we're going to have a business case, business justification. So, and then we have a managing a stage boundary, right? After in subsequent, in every stage, we have managing a stage boundary. Stage boundary is nothing but, here the people manager, I can say the team manager is going to decide, and the project manager is going to decide whether we're going to continue this project or not. This is the stage boundary concept is extremely important in Prince2. It is only there in Prince2 actually. Okay, so the way at every stages, they divide the entire project into work packages. At every level, they come and they set a stage boundary. They come and verify it, whether should go ahead or should close this project, right? So this is the Prince2 processes. And this is again another important thing here. People are central. You can see here people are central of the Prince2 method, because these people are the one who are leading successful changes, who are leading the successful team, and who are really gave a great communications. Okay, who do great communications. These are the so we're going to keep the people at the center, and the rest, I mean, the seven principles, seven practices, everything aside. So yeah, so this is what it's going to highlight. So the project organization structure. So effective management depends on clearly defined roles, right? So the Prince2 structure, I can say the project management team, they're going to divide into a layer with a defined the line of authority and support, I would say. At the directing level, we have senior user, we have executive, we have senior supplier. We call it as the project board. Getting the point. And and the project boards, I can say the project boards hold the ultimate decision making authority, basically, right? Then we have a project manager inside the project management team, who is responsible for the day-to-day management. They going to work with the, I can say, the team manager, right? You can see the team manager here, right? They're going to work with the team manager to deliver the project. It is like in Agile, we have a product owner, right? Like that, we have a project manager here, and the Scrum Master, what we call in Agile here, we call it as a team manager. There's a lot of correlation between these two. Okay, project assurance is something which ensure, I would say, the project is being executed properly or not correctly from the perspective of the business or end user or a supplier. Okay, and if obviously there is a project support offers the administrative assistance, right? So then we have a very important thing. We will now quickly walk through the visual flow of seven main processes. I'm not going to explain each and everything. I'm just give a brief. What is the starting of a project? Starting up a project process focuses on what? Setting up the foundation, right? Appointing the project management team, right? Preparing the outline. Then we go for preparing the business case, right? Then assemble the project brief, okay, before requesting the initiation. Then initiation is going to start. In that, what we're going to do, we're going to initiate the process, takes the outline, and it develops the detailed elements of the project, and agreeing on tailoring, how to tailor this project, and the management approaches, what we have as a management approaches. And also then it established the controls, and again it prepare the full business case and the project plan, right? To I can say the culminates in requesting the project authorization. Then it go for the project authorization, which I'm going to deep dive in my actual session. Then we have overview of controlling stage. Okay, what is controlling stage? At controlling stage is the engine of the project. The project manager authorize the work packages, and he going to receive a completed work, and he going to evaluate every work at a stage status, take corrective actions, and escalate the issue or risk to the project board if exceptions occur. So this is all about controlling stage. Then we have a overview of managing product delivery. So what it is, right? So the managing the stage boundary is extremely important. We call it as a pause in Prince2. The project manager evaluate the completed stage, update the business case and project plan, I would say, prepare the plan for the next stage, and request the authorization from the project board if major deviation occurred. Else, he can go ahead, or he can create a exception plan, right? So the last we have is the overview of the stage boundary, and which is already explained. And the last one is the closing of the project, right? Last we're gonna close the project, right? Then directing the project. Okay, directing the project is nothing but shows the project boards, the oversight role. Basically, they authorize the initiation. The board is the one who going to do the project subsequent stages, give ongoing directions, and I would say the authorize the project closer, the based on the the request coming from the management level, right? So this is all about the directing. Okay. Finally, which is extremely important, what is the career perspective here? So if you do the Prince2, it may be a foundation practitioner average pay, as per the people cert is, the 57%, right? And there is a increase in annual salary up to around 8.7 to 10%, I would say. And recently they have conducted a survey based on that, there's a 2.3 million project and program manager the required for to deliver all type of projects. So the project manager, program managers are required in every single industry, whatever it may be, FMCG, banking, it may be insurance, right? And it may be a capital market. So whatever the domain or industry you take, there is a need of project and program managers. So there is a talent gap of the 2.3 million, I would say, right? The 80% of the jobs are posting nowadays. Like if you see like the number of posting, the request in entire job posting, the 80% is somewhere, they are related to all these project management roles. So it's always good to have this certification. There are two types of certification we're gonna provide in Prince2. One is Prince2 Foundation, and there is a Prince2 Practitioner. Okay, so definitely going to highlight by the Asif later. So these are the two we're going to offer. Foundation level is a basic level, 1 hour exam, 60 question. At least you have to score 38. The 60% is a passing percentage. Prince2 practitioner is a 2.5 hours, the examination. The way we have a 68 questions. 68 questions are all are, different, based on the case studies. As per the Prince2 manual, we have around four the case studies, and I'm going to explain every single case study. Definitely, you're going to get any one of the case study in your exam. Okay, the 2.5 hour exam. So that's about the Prince2 practitioner. It's more, it entirely based on the case study and scenario based. Okay, so this is about this qualification. And now the question comes, okay, Maha, everything is fine. The why strategic project delivery? Okay, you explained a lot about, the Prince2 framework, but, the why you gave a name as strategic project delivery. Okay, see, let me decode it. Strategic project delivery I give because this is the only framework which focus on outcomes, not just task, not just output. We speak your language. Okay, we are concerned with the business results and organization alignment, not just deadline. It's not about deadline, that era is gone. Like, okay, so this webinar is just to give an overview, just to address how to guarantee a project, how to guarantee these projects contribute to the high level strategy. So that is the reason, we're going to put a name it as a strategic project delivery. And then using Prince2 framework. Why? Because credibility and reliability. Prince2 is a global recognized standard. It signifies that knowledge you gain is proven, repeatable, scalable, adaptable, a structured approach, I would say, that minimize the risk, and I can say is the ensure quality. Okay, so this webinar is basically just a small accessibility and efficiency. We respect your time. Okay, this format, we are not able to deliver everything. I just deliver the maximum professional development, in a very concise, accessible online session that fits your busy schedule. Okay, that is the reason, we just keep it as a strategic project delivery using the Prince2 framework. Okay. Okay, I just hand over to Asif. Thank you.
Wonderful. So before going to our next session, let's have a round of applause for Maha for his wonderful keynote session. Uh, so we are now opening the window for our question answer session. So we have got few questions already, Maha. So
Yeah.
Maksud Bhai asks you that you have done both PMP and Prince2. So we check some stuff.
Okay.
So this is Maksud Bhai's question.
Okay.
Another thing is, yes, please discuss regarding full cost of foundation practitioner. We will be sharing here. You can answer this question. So, which one is the tougher one in between PMP and
Okay.
Prince2?
I would say you can go with both. That is what I said in the beginning. Like, the both complement to each other. As I said earlier, like, the Prince2 is more, Prince2 is, if you take the PMP is more about the process oriented. I told you already, like, it has a 49 processes, like 10 knowledge areas and 5 process group. Together, we have 49 processes over there, right? So it's like input tools and techniques output, input tools and technique output. So PMP is a body of knowledge. Okay, you will get a tons of knowledge. Okay, you can later tailor it to based on your project. But Prince2, like it's different. In Prince2, it covers the 4 case studies, 4 different industries. Like it gives you a proper steps, how you can execute the project. That the PMP will not give. So what I mean to say is please do both. Okay. They complementary to each other and it will definitely help you, for your project management career, like is concerned. So the knowledge is forward. Okay, the more you are good in the concept, you will be damn good in your real world projects. And in market, there's a n number of tools are there. Like Microsoft Project is there, Oracle Primavera P6 is there, Jira, Azure DevOps, Confluence, and etc. So the more you are good in the concept now, you are easily able to, the work on these tools. Like later, if, for example, the recently, if we, I come across with a many these kind of scenarios in my day-to-day project where people don't have a proper basics. When they work in MS project and they come to me, Maha, I'm not able to. I set the baseline. I'm not able to, see the cost variance, schedule variance. Recently I got one of the request, the where the client want to have just because the project is critical, he wanted to see that the critical project on the critical path. Okay, it's a basically, I know I was lopping that time because just because the project is critical, it will never come on the critical path. You're getting the point. The definition of critical path as per the PMP, as per the Prince2 is totally different than actual critical thing which he is asking about, right? So like that, there are many concepts are there. If you really wanted to be a great project manager, I would say do both. Yeah. Any questions?
Uh,
Next.
yes, another question is which one is better suitable for ERP software implementation between PMP and Prince2? Maha.
Implementation. Okay, you are asking about software implementation in the sense like IT industry. You mean to say IT industry? Okay, if it's IT industry, okay, oh yes, okay. If it's IT industry, I would say do this first. Of course, here we're going to cover entire framework, and I can say the entire. It basically covers the whole project management itself. Okay, if you do these two certification, like it covers the entire project management, program management, portfolio management. Later when you get into an IT nowadays we have a different framework, different certification, but most of the companies are using the hybrid approach. Like they wanted to mix waterfall for some of the thing, they wanted to mix some agile for some of the part. So I would say, of course, they have a different certification. If you want to do in IT, you can do the PSM, Professional Scrum Master, Certified Scrum Master, Scaled Agile Framework, right? There's a Scrum of Scrum. There's a lot of different certifications are there to understand the IT, but it's always better to understand the basics first, okay, then get into the certification, I would say.
Great. Hope that answer your question. Uh, we will be taking one last question since we're running out of time. Uh, anyone? So I have one previous question to answer. That is, how many months will it take to prepare for Prince2 exam?
Uh, yeah, I would say it depends, okay, like how much hours you're going to give every day, right, for a study. Okay, if you give at least 2 hours per day, it will take at least a month for a preparation. Okay. These exams, basically they have a pattern. If you take the PMP or even a Prince2, they have a, the pattern. Like if you are see, this is my bread and butter. I do it every day. Like, I know that pattern clearly, like, the what they're going to ask. Right? They structure that entire book. If you read a PMBOK, or if you read the Prince2, the manual, there is a lot of repetitive thing. Like, there is some pattern, right? So that I'm going to cover in my training. So if you understand that pattern, it's enough to crack these examinations. I have my own material. I'm going to give it to you. So yeah, if you give 2 months time, it take I can say the 1 month. But if you are give 8 hours, it maybe in within a 2 weeks you are able to crack the examination.
Great. So that's we need to end our question answer session. So again, we're running out of time. So we have already committed that we'll be closing this webinar within 1 hour. So since everyone time is very precious, so let's jump on to our next session. That is, we already talked about at the beginning. That is the quiz. Uh, so I will be sharing my screen, and there will be some instruction. So let me share. So please, there will be a QR code. Scan it to get into this game, and also you can, if you can't scan the QR code, just go to your browser, write www.kahoot.it, and just enter the pin, that is 307852. So this will be a very interesting game. I hope you will like it. You all will like it. So let's take 30 seconds to join. Nazmul has already joined. Great, Nazmul. So the thing is, the questions will be coming one after one. You need to just choose the right one. There will be 4 options. And we will be like questions or about 15 questions. So it will just take 2 or 3 minutes. So, and as we say that we have an exciting gift from us. So let me show you the gift that is exclusive, uh, exclusive like a mock from PMaspire. So since I'm using a background, so it's not showing clearly. So yes, so many of you have already joined. So I have already sent the 7 people have to join. So let's take another 30 seconds. Please join, hurry. So again, I'm repeating my instruction. Just scan the QR code or just visit your browser, write www.kahoot.it and just enter the pin. So 7 people have joined. I'm expecting some more people to join. 8.
You're going to get a gift, okay? They're going to courier it to your house.
Yes. Whether
First 3
it's
people.
Bangladesh or India, doesn't matter. So hurry. So less 10 seconds. So we can count down like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so those who can join, please hurry. So we are going to start this exciting segment of today's webinar. So, shall we start? Asad bhai, Maha?
Yes, please.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yeah.
Yes, please. Let's go.
Iraq bhai is here, so I'm seeing Iraq bhai's face. He's very excited. So,
Yeah, it's
okay.
nice to see his son is also there with
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
They
Yeah.
want to play the game together. Very nice to see.
Okay. So, Iraq bhai, you have to win this quiz competition for your son. Okay. So, okay, let's get started. So the first question is coming on the screen. Yes. Right. So this is the first question. Very quick. We will have only 10 seconds to answer. Right. So, okay, project manager. I don't know the name of that project manager. He has scored the highest, like the quickest time of answering this question. So just another instruction. So you will get only 10 seconds to answer the question. So be very quick.
You
On
owe
this
us a gift. You didn't say that earlier, Asif. So
So this is the second question. Which of the following is listed as an aspect of project performance? So two answers, three, please, very quick. Okay. Time is up. Time is up. It's very fast. It's very fast. We know that. Right again. So this is the scorecard. Still project manager is on the top. Arif Bhai is trying to beat him. So ready for the third one? ইরাক ভাই একটু ফাস্ট করতে হবে আপনাকে তো উইন করতেই হবে
Exactly. Oh,
Okay, great. So let's move on to the third one. Everyone, please. Two answer, three. Great. So project manager Hasnat Bhai is trying to get on board. So এখনো কাউকে পাচ্ছি না. So hopefully we'll be seeing everyone. So let's move on to the fourth one. So PRINCE2 consists of 5 integrated elements. Mahar, let's just talk about that. So which of the following is not one of them? It's very easy. Mahar, don't answer. Great. So yes, this is the scorecard. Project manager. So can we see the project manager? Who is the project manager here? So can we see him, see his hand? I think he's like hiding his face. But you don't need to hide because if you win, you need to like disclose your identity. Otherwise, you won't get the prize. So okay, so there's the fifth one. So one key benefit of PRINCE2 for individual is nice. So Iraq Bhai is coming up. He is in the third on the list. So okay, Nazmul is also beating. Asnad Bhai একটু পিছে চলে গিয়েছে. Asnad Bhai, be ready for the sixth one. So the question is, project management team construct includes which one? Great, we have got so many answers for this question. 5, great. Great. So there is the like updated list. Okay, Arif Bhai is going on top. Great. Hasnat Bhai is also going up.
I am in second position.
Yes, Nazmul, you are in the second position. So congratulations, Nazmul. So now again, seventh one. Be ready. Be very quick. So leading successful change is listed Under which one? Principal, process, activities, or? Great. So let's see the list. This is the leaderboard. So Arif Bhai is again on the top, Nazmul is second. So are you guys enjoying? Just give me a thumbs up that you are enjoying. I think this is the most exciting part of the webinar. I hope you are not going to get this sort of exciting games in anywhere, in any webinar. So, okay, so let's jump on to the next one and let's be very quick. So we have seven more answers, questions to answer. So that is, managing product delivery is a part of what? Okay. So let's see the leaderboard again. So Arif Bhai is still on the top. Sohail Bhai is coming up on third. Nazmul is still on the second. Hasnat Bhai is in fourth. Hasnat Bhai, please give some answers. Just give them a tough competition. No? Okay, so let's get ready for the ninth one. So the question is, the closing of a project process ensures what? Okay, no one answered, so I think the leaderboard positions still remain the same. Okay, great.
Asif bhai, it's too fast.
Yes, too fast. We know that. But faster হইতে হবে না, so you need to,
কোশ্চেনটা পড়ার একটু টাইম দেওয়ার দরকার ছিল।
মানে
you
চারটা
need to
অ্যান্সার
like
ঠিক মতো
skim.
করা যাচ্ছে না।
You need to skim very fast. Skim. Just skim. Don't read it there. Everything. Okay, so let's move on to the another one. So according to
No
the
excuses.
slide,
Just answer.
yeah. It will be easy. It's very easy to answer. It's very easy to answer. এটার জন্য প্রশ্ন পড়তে হয় না. Right. Okay. Sohail Bhai is coming on the second. Arif Bhai is still on the first position. Nazmul is on third. Okay, great. Great going. So we have only a few questions left to get our winner. So this is the question. Please be very quick to answer the question. Okay. So let's see our updated leaderboard. Nazmul is coming on there first. Okay. Nazmul, since you are our employee, so you're not getting anything. Sorry, Bhai. And Sohail Bhai is on third. So Sohail Bhai, project manager, and Hirak Bhai, we have only 4 questions left. So just try to give your best. So our next question is, so Sohail Bhai is on the second position. Nazmul is still on the top. Nazmul, good job. Okay, so the third last question of the quiz session is, so let's see, the last leaderboard is Nazmul is on fire. Nazmul, তোমার last Thursday sales performance এখানে দেখা
Hat-trick.
যাচ্ছে. Great. Sohail Bhai still on the second. Irak Bhai is on the fourth position. Great. So now we have only 2 questions left. So Nazmul, Sohail Bhai, Arif Bhai, Irak Bhai, and Hasnat Bhai. So be ready for the last 2 questions. And this question is very generic. So, Nazmul, don't answer this question. Okay, great. So, I hope many of you are not aware the answer of this question, but still you can guess. So many guys have guessed. So, yes, Nazmul, তোমারটা actually count হবে না জানো আগে থেকে So, okay, so we have only one question left. So that is a very generic question we are going to ask you. And the question is that for our upcoming programs, what is the percentage of discount we are giving? So you can like guess or you can like expect as high as possible. Okay. So I am just giving you the clue of the answer of the question. So, okay. So next question is, so this is a very tricky. So you can expect 10%. We don't mind. 15%. Okay. So many of you answered like 30 to 50% discount. That is like very high. So, and this is right. So let's see the winner of the competition. So in the third position, we have got Sohail Bhai. Congratulations. Second is Arif Bhai. And the winner of the competition is Najmul. Let's have a round of applause for Nazmul, Sohail Bhai, Arif Bhai, and also we have some other participants too. Iraq Bhai was very close. Iraq Bhai was too close.
And there was
So,
someone called project manager. I wonder who that
yes,
is.
yeah. We need to know. So, who is that project manager? So, can we say him, or like you can just raise your hand? Okay. Right.
Sure.
So since we've got the winner, so Osmo, congratulations. But since you are not a part of this game, you are from our internal participants, so you will get surely a Kit Kat, a chocolate. But our winner will get a prize. So Sohail Bhai, আমাদের আরিফ ভাই আমাদের ইন্টারনাল হয়ে গেছে। So Arif Bhai, you will also get a chocolate.
Okay,
But
thank
our
you.
real winner from our
But we
external
did not
participant is
know
Suraj
any
Bhai.
any type of answer.
ঠিক আছে ভাই আমরা আপনাকে একটা কাপ দিয়ে দিব সো সোহেল ভাই একটু প্লিজ আমাদের চ্যাট বক্সে আপনার নামটা আপনার ঠিকানাটা একটু একটু দেবেন মানে লিখে দিবেন সো দ্যাট উই ক্যান সেন্ড ইউ দ্য গিফটস সো সোহেল ভাইকে যদি একটু আমরা দেখতে পাই সোহেল ভাই ক্যান ইউ প্লিজ টার্ন অন ইউর ক্যামেরা এন্ড সে হাই
আসসালামু আলাইকুম। দেখা যাচ্ছে কিনা ভাইয়া?
ইয়েস সোহেল হাসান কবির ভাই ইটস ভেরি নাইস টু সি ইউ
থ্যাংক ইউ ভাইয়া। আশেপাশে অ্যাকচুয়ালি নয়েজ হচ্ছে, যার কারণে আমার একটু মিউট রাখতে হচ্ছে।
Okay, no problem. So this is the winner of our today's competition. Since we have Sohail Bhai from our external participants, so congratulations, Bhaiya. So please write down your address and phone number, your full name in the chat box. You can also inbox me, like in uh, in my private chat. So let's move on to the next part. We are very much end of this webinar. So let me introduce and let me welcome our Vice President, Group Sales of PMaspire Global, Hasnat Bhai. Hasnat Bhai. So I'm calling you for providing us a closing statement. So Hasnat
Sure.
Bhai, over to you.
Sure. Thank you. Good evening. Shubh Shonda. Assalamu alaikum. Bonjour, bonsoir, wherever you are. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone. A good number of participants turned out today for the session, PRINCE2 webinar on strategic project delivery. Appreciate everybody's time and engagement, especially in the quiz and also during the question and answer session. Big thanks to Maha. I mean, I'm just going to call you in short, Maha, if you don't mind. Thank you. If you can see you, actually, I know you're, I'm not sure if I,
Yeah.
yeah, thank you so
No
much.
issues.
Thank you. Thank you for actually partnering with us in this and, providing your discourse on the Prince2 and its impact out there. We hope that for everybody else that this session actually adds value to you and in your project management journey. Basically, all the resources that Maha and Asif had shared will all be shared with all of you. You can actually get in touch with Asif Bhai. You have him on WhatsApp or through emails. You can get in touch with him and find out more and get to have all the resources shared with you. And plus, if you'd like to actually even explore the Prince2 certification or any of PMaspire's global training programs, please feel free to reach out to us. Mainly, I guess you could say Asif Bhai is the center point of contact, but there's the rest of us, and Asif Bhai can share our contacts as well. So please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you once again, and a big thank you also to Dr. Abdullah. He's here. He's the CEO and founder of PMaspire Group for coming up with the ideology of arranging a webinar. And there's more to come actually down the line. This certainly actually bridges the gap in an understanding between professionals. So thank you so much, Dr. Abdullah. Again, thank you to all of you. Please take care. Asif Bhai, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Hassan Bhai, for joining us and also giving us a very, very short closing statement. And also, as we have already said, we have brought some very valuable trainings upcoming months. Like we have been bringing Prince2 courses that is going to start from January. We have a PMP training batch that is going to start from the second week of this month, of the next month, sorry. This is the end of November. So only a few seats left for this PMP exam. And since we have already conducted the webinar on Prince2, so this is the exclusive offer that we are bringing to the registered participant of this webinar. So our upcoming Prince2 Foundation batch is going to start from January 3rd week. The regular fee is like £350, but for these registered participants, we are giving like super early bird offer that is 50% off from our regular price. We will be sharing the links and the registration form through email after the end of this webinar. So we will be all getting, and please feel free to reach out to us for any sort of inquiry before registering to this training. And yes, you will also getting some exclusive offer for our upcoming two trainings, that is PMP. So PMP is one of the exclusive training program that is hosted by PMaspire. And again, we are saying that only few seats left for our upcoming batch that is going to start from the second week of December. So we will be getting 30% off if you are from this webinar. And we are bringing a global PMO certification, that is CAPMO, and that is also going to start from January. And if you are going to register by next 1 week, we'll be getting 41% off from our regular price. So that's all from our end. So I will be thanking to everyone, to every participant, especially Maha for his wonderful speech, for Hasnat Bhai for joining us for such a short time, and also thank to our CEO, Dr. Abdullah, for his always support and assistance for any kind of activities we are going to do. So
a big thank you to Asif as well. Thank you for arranging this.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Big thank you.
Yes, yeah.
My pleasure. So thanks to everyone, and have a wonderful evening. And I look forward to seeing you all in our upcoming session. So lastly, I'm Asif Yasin Kabir signing off from today's webinar. Hope to see you soon in any of our program, in any of our batches. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Bye. Take care. Bye-bye.